Batman, on a level, you could be the greatest individual in football history.
We are back with another video, the first video on YouTube that I've done since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been sacked. And we're feeling good, isn't it, Saeed?
Listen, man, it feels relief more than anything. A short-term relief, some may say. You know, it's a short-term relief. But it's a relief nonetheless, you know what I mean? We take painkillers, we take paracetamols, you know what I mean? It might not work. They say up to 4 hours. But, you know what I mean? Whether that Michael Carrick might give us a migraine, who knows? But for now, it's one part of the puzzle that's gone. You know, we have to figure out the rest of the puzzle, and that's what we need to focus on next, man. How do we get a proper manager in, man? How do we get a proper manager in, mate? You get me?
Oh, yeah, let's touch on this first here quickly, the interview.
Yeah.
Because I tweeted there, I can't lie, as much as I've wanted Oli out and I've said Oli out, all of that stuff, but you see the last 2 minutes of that interview, they were kind of sad. You could tell that Oli cares, kind of thing, innit?
Yeah. No, of course he cares, because he wouldn't have took the job. Of course he cares, because, again, he had a long time at his football club. You know what I mean? He wasn't not going to care. You know what I mean? So, end of the day, people... You know what I mean? He was always going to care about the job. But sometimes, you know, you can care, but are you the right man for the job? You know what I mean? Like, as much as I'm so passionate about something, I'm always going to be kind of out of my depth at a certain thing. And that's the reality of it. You know what I mean? But the problem is, man, why I'm angry more at the club rather than him is because they've let this happen. I said it 2 years ago that Ollie is the shield for the Glazers because they'll keep carrying on what they're doing. But as long as Ollie's in charge, you know, people will focus on the manager. And I've always said that for me from day one. And it has been because sometimes you kind of always kind of like focus on things that are in-house rather than what's you can't reach or something that's out of your control. Ollie was in our control because we see these tactics every day. We was at the, the pitch in terms of Old Trafford, watching it live. You were in control of it. So for me, I don't really get emotional about it, about the video, to be honest with you. I don't really have that sentiment in terms of Ollie. If it was Ollie as a player and he was treated badly or whatnot, then we have that sentiment. But as a manager, for me, I look at it and I think the sacking is deserved, but the club have done this. Well, he's asked for it, but obviously the club, you know, when they're doing this, they know what they're doing. They're trying to pull the kind of heartstrings of everyone. And for me, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything bad about it. You get me? If he wants to do that, that's up to him. But for me, I'm just looking for the future now. I think the past is the past now. I think we have to look forward to a new future because at the end of the day, if players can be thrown out and just kind of like, you know, and everyone forgets about them or whatnot. I'm not saying, obviously, Ollie's a cult hero yet, but, you know, we've had great managers as well, you know what I mean? Van Gaal, Mourinho, you know, and they were just cutthroat, mate. No messages after that, mate. And they won trophies, so it is what it is. For me, I'm just like looking forward to the future. I'd rather look forward to the future right now because the season's not finished. Why is everyone so like sad? You know, the season's not finished. We're in November.
You see, that's the biggest thing.
We could win the Champions League if we get Zidane. It's possible.
When people keep saying, "Oh, the season's a write-off here," we're still in the FA Cup. An FA Cup for Manchester United right now is a very, very good possibility. Still, we could easily win the FA Cup with the squad that we have. Champions League is probably a stretch.
It's a reach, but it's not. It's not
a favourable draw. You never know because we still have one of the best squads in Europe, in my eyes.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a squad that, for me, I look at it and I'm like, yo, I'm just like, we could easily have something, you know, especially Champions League when it's knockout. If you go and get, let's say, I don't know who's like maybe Sevilla. Is Sevilla in the Champions League? I think they are. Imagine you go and get them in the round of 16, and then you get someone like I don't know, Inter Milan in the quarterfinals. You get what I'm trying to say? The picture is that you never know who you're gonna get. You know what I mean? And
like, there was that one season where I think Liverpool got Roma and Porto in the run to the final.
There you go then. You know what I mean? And as much as you call PSG like an unbelievable team, on their day, they have a lot of mishap, you know? You look at their squad, you look at their kind of defensive Kimpembe. You're telling me Sancho and them, man, can't get in behind them. Rashford, Martial. It's almost if now you believe when you have a new manager. Imagine now you're playing against PSG, but you have Donny van der Beek and Pogba or someone in that midfield that's capable. In January, for me, United have to go get a defensive midfielder. Has to be my priority this transfer window. Because you know why? It then relieves Fred of his duties, McTominay of his duties. You go get a solid DM with Donny, then Bruno.
So someone said, man's talking about Inter the quality. I think what Saeed means is if you look at how you expect Manchester United to be Inter Milan.
That's
like,
what
it's not like we're facing Bayern Munich or Real Madrid or Liverpool, City, Chelsea. You expect us to be Inter Milan over 2 legs.
Absolutely. But would anyone want to play us?
I think it depends now, innit, who the manager is. Because say, for example, Michael Carrick, I'm guessing maximum 6 weeks because that's what I think his coaching badges allow him to do. And then
is it? Oh yeah, I didn't know that. Thanks for that, man. Let everyone know that, man.
The interim manager should be interesting now because I think it looks like it could be Laurent Blanc.
Who said that?
That's what there's been a lot of talk about. Laurent Blanc,
Tom McDermott. I spoke to him on the Space. I don't know if you watch the Space, but he said United won't go there. I think United won't go there.
Well, just because of all the allegations and stuff.
Allegations and the fact that he's not. You know. Laurent Blanc here was that manager. What Tuchel was right now in terms of he was hot at that point. He had PSG job. He had obviously came off the France job. He was hot. You know what I mean? It's almost like a Tuchel mode. Then he's gone in the midst of kind of obscurity. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know where he's gone yet. But for me, I understand people say, well, it doesn't, being mid-table in the Qatari doesn't still show your managerial capability. But it's all about ambition. Why would you not do a job in the Europe?
I was reading stuff about Laurent Blanc with Hardier because I saw an article about him in it, and he said he feels like it's hard to manage in the modern day, innit?
There you go.
Modern day. And he also said apparently in the article, this guy loves golf, innit? So he might want to focus more on golf and just have a relaxed career kind of thing.
There you go then. I'm trying to say. So
for Bordeaux, he was at pre-season with them, innit, when he was managing them, and he took a 3-day break to go play golf and let one of his assistants take charge for those 3 days.
Don't lie.
No
lie. Where are you finding all this from?
No, because basically, there was an article called "Why Does No One Want Laurent Blanc in it?"
Oh,
and it was released a couple months ago, and I'm like, this could be interesting to read. And I read
it. Shows you, innit? When nobody watches that kind of stuff, like you need to watch it. You need to watch it and realize what's going on. Even with Brendan Rodgers, for me, have you looked at his stats in terms of defensive stats? He's got the one of the worst defensive stats in the Premier League.
Yeah, right now they've been struggling.
They've got the most set pieces.
Why does no one want Laurent Blanc?
Okay, fair enough. Damn, you know what I mean? For me, if you were to tell me, I don't know if you see Ten Hag's quote, he's kind of almost said I'm with Ten Hag with Ajax, but also not kind of refused it. How
it was a proper media trained answer.
Trained, but when you look at Ten Hag though. This guy looks stone cold, man. Well, he looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin anyway. But he looks stone cold, like when he, like them kind of people that you can't read. You can't read Ten Hag, man. He's got a straight face, poker face, and I think for me, when you look at it, it's like I'm not ready for him to just kind of because I don't think he'll leave his position at Ajax to come to Man United where. You could be sacked by the end of the season. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he will, but you just never know how bad it could get. Because at the end of the day, it's a circus, isn't it? Got a disjointed team in terms of Ronaldo up front, and then you've got players that are technical. It's a bit of a weird team, United team. For me, Zidane comes in, and then he asks for a midfielder in the January transfer window, and I'm thinking he's looking at it thinking, you know what? It's a squad capable to win in two years' time. But is he thinking? You know what? That France job is available is it next December?
After only 1 year.
Only 1 year, He's thinking, is it worth me just waiting around 1 year? It's only 1 year. If I wait 1 year, I've got the France job.
And with that, I think everyone said it go on.
No, I think apparently they said that Deschamps will leave no matter what happens after that World Cup. He will leave. That's what they're saying.
And even then, you see with the France thing, when a team wins the World Cup, the tournament after, the World Cup after, they normally struggle, innit? We've seen it in the last couple of times, so you never know with France. And I think I feel like you see with Zidane, I think everyone always says it. Like he seems very he knows the move that he wants. He doesn't want to tarnish his legacy right now. Imagine he comes to United and doesn't do that well, for example. Like he could literally retire now and go down as one of the best managers of all time with 3 Champions Leagues. But say if he comes to United, tarnishes his legacy, then that's kind of everyone's last thought is Zidane.
Not tarnish your legacy, but almost come a disruptive thing where,
the little asterisk next to his legacy kind of thing.
Yeah, basically. Oh, he went to Man United and he didn't do well over there. He didn't do well over there.
Everyone says, well, Pep hasn't won a Champions League without Messi. That's the little asterisk next to Pep's name. I think it could be something similar for Zidane.
Absolutely. That's exactly how I feel with Zidane. And that's the worry for me because I don't see Ten Hag and Zidane are only for me the 2 Man United managers that we should be going for. Enrique doesn't want to go. I don't think so. But I'm looking at it here. Who would be a far-fetched option where United would go for? Like out of the random, and the comments as well, who would you think that would be so random that Man United would go for it? And you know who it is? And it scares me. It's Southgate, you know.
Nah.
I
don't think Southgate will leave before a World Cup either.
Nuno, I don't think so. Okay, you know what? Yeah, that's actually true. Now it won't be Southgate. Someone said Jardim.
Because I think Southgate just signed a new contract as well, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Okay. Jardim would be a good one.
I think he's in at Qatar or Saudi Arabia as well right now.
Yeah.
He was saying Koeman, Nuno.
Nah, not Koeman, mate. See you later. Graham Potter as well.
Lopetegui.
I would take Julian Lopetegui. I would take it if it was like the third option.
I feel like Julian Lopetegui is another one, Like, I feel like it will be a bit of a underwhelming appointment to everyone. Like, don't get me wrong, Julian Lopetegui, the job that he's done at Sevilla right now is incredible. I don't know if they're top right now, but before, when I checked in the morning, they were top of the league. Actually, I think Real are top right now. So I still think
Sevilla with them.
Yeah, Sevilla like second in the league or something.
Okay.
He's doing a very, very good job so far. And last year they finished 4th in the league as well. So I think that Julian Lopetegui would be a very, very... It'll be an interesting appointment. That's what I'll say about it. But I wouldn't necessarily have him as my top 3 choices.
Yeah. I get what you mean. But... And by the way, I said that word right, man. Lopetegui. Is that not his name?
Lopetegui.
You know what I mean? Chill out, man. But I think, I don't know. Who's this Lucien Favre? I've never heard of this guy.
The former Borussia Dortmund manager.
Borussia Dortmund. Oh, the one before... the one that was before... the one that's right now. The manager right now.
Marco Rose.
Yeah, Marco is the one before him, but then he got sacked for me a bit harshly. They were like 5th in the league or 4th in the league. So again, it's
you see at that point, when you got sacked, because obviously, we were linked to Jadon Sancho and stuff, innit?
Yeah.
During that time, I was watching a lot of Borussia Dortmund, so I feel like you see that during that time, defensively they weren't it.
Yeah, I know.
Which what cost him his job basically.
Yep. JQ saying there, beggars can't be choosers. Nah, man. I don't know why that mentality is a bit like. Why is it always for Man United at the minute, man? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if they're available and they're accessible, Zidane can be accessible. But apparently, what Tom said to me was, the project has to be right for Zidane. It has to be a good project to sell for him. So
I feel like it's very, very hard to sell a project to Zidane as well. Because remember, before he was manager of Real, he was director of football, I swear.
Yeah,
so he knows about footballing structure.
Actually,
he knows about footballing structure in clubs. So why would you come to, for example, Manchester United when our footballing structure is shocking? Do I want Zidane? Zidane's my first choice. I pray we get Zidane, but I know why Zidane will be hesitant on.
Yeah, exactly. I think Zidane will be hesitant because he's won everything, and he's thinking, "Yo, man, you man are desperate. I'm not desperate. You get me? It has to be the right wage." I think they're gonna have to sell this very, very well. They're gonna have to sell his wage. I think he'll want to be the highest paid manager in the Premier League. That's one thing for starters. He'll want to shag Man United, mate. I'm telling you now. You know what I mean? They're almost like, we're a kind of a charity, and we're kind of like, he's going to be looking at thinking, you know what, how can I get the most out of my United? Right, I want a high wage. I want to choose my players. I want to build my squad. I can be able to sell who I want. I think Zidane will sell a lot of players in on Man United, you know. As much as we got a good squad, yeah, you might see some big names going, you know.
The thing with Zidane, yeah, I feel like he would want total control in it. And I don't know
Total
whether
control.
the club would want to give him that. Because let's be honest,
But there you go then.
Real's his club. And he left both times because he didn't get total control from Florentino Perez and stuff.
Yep.
You know how incredible you have to be to walk away from Real?
Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm just looking at it thinking, you know what, man? I'm just at that point now where I think this club need to act quickly, man. Because if they don't act quickly, I'm telling you what, mate, Michael Carrick will stay. He'll get an extended contract on his badges, mate. I'm telling you now. He'll get an extended contract on his badges because I'm just looking at it thinking he's ruthless, Zidane. And I think we're not going to be messing around. So, you know what? It'll be crazy how the fan base deal with Zidane, you know. Because if they see certain players not playing, I'm going to give you an example of Marcus Rashford, right? And I'm just picking it for no particular reason. But if Zidane don't like Marcus Rashford, yeah, the fan base will be like, right, that's one of our own there. That's, you know, what's going on? But then if he makes the decision and he plays Martial, who's a more technical, more player, and can get in tight spaces and pass and quick and move, you know what I mean? Whereas Rashford loves Ollie ball in a weird sense. And that's why Rashford thrived in Ollie ball, because it was a lot of freestyle and a lot of balls in behind to run into. Whereas Zidane wants everything controlled. He wants everything methodical. He wants everything in a system that suits him. And if he doesn't have that for me, then I'm sorry. You know, we're not going to get the best out of Zidane then. You know what I mean? But then I'm just very, very scared, man, in terms of Man United's next decision, because that could, for me, I think the next manager after this one will decide whether we win a trophy for the next 5-10 years, you know. I think 10 years. Because you know why? Bruno will leave. Ronaldo will be gone. Pogba will be gone. Rashford will get to a level of 26, 27. And you're thinking, is that the best of Mark Rashford? Varane will go. There won't be any. You have a Luke Shaw who's going towards his career. David De Gea will leave. It will literally be this has to be the right appointment. And if Man United don't get this one right, I'm saying it right now, mate. I don't think Man United will be winning anything for a long, long time, mate. This is how crucial this appointment has to be right.
There's 278 of you lot watching here. Make sure you guys like the video. I was going to say this here. If the interim manager now until the end of the season does well, what happens?
First of all, we shouldn't call it interim. We should call it a caretaker role. No more interim here. Nobody would say the word interim. We want a caretaker role. Carrick is that caretaker role. That's all it should be.
But after Carrick, we're getting an interim manager, though. The club have said that.
No, they haven't said anything.
I swear that's what the club have said.
When they said that? No, they said Carrick maybe is acting as interim. I don't think they said Carrick is thingy. I don't think they've said that.
No. After Carrick, I swear they said they're getting someone until the end of the season.
Fuck. No, I need to know evidence of that. When did they say that? Sorry, I don't think that was the case. Let us know in the comments. Did they say that? I just think they said Carrick for now is taking over. That's all. The club said that. What? I need to know where they said that.
The statement said Carrick then interim. Yeah.
Where?
In the club official statement.
Can you bring it up so I can see it?
Wait, did they say that on United's Twitter? Yeah, see, they even said Fabrizio said that.
Fabrizio?
See, that's what scares me. Because now, say, for example, Michael Carrick's there for gone after a couple of weeks, yeah? Say the new interim comes in and then just balls out until the end of the season. What do we do?
He will get the job. He will get the job, though.
But I also feel like surely the club have learned their lesson now, is where it's like...
No, they haven't. No. They will never learn their lesson. They will never. Because it's down to the fans as well to not tolerate it. If the fans get giddy, the one after Mourinho, why the fans got giddy? Because Mourinho is so toxic. This one, I think the fans need to learn their lesson. I've learned my lesson now. Take it game by game. Take it, month by month. Take it quarterly of the season by quarterly of the season. You know, you have to judge the performances for what it is. And for me, even if Michael Carrick won every game to the end of the season, I still wouldn't give him the job.
Yeah, Michael Carrick's a no for me. 100% no for me.
Exactly. I'm telling you, man. Sorry, mate, but we can't be having another man learning on the job. And that, for me, that worries me. That means that if that's the statement, then Zidane's not coming. Then
no,
why was Zidane
what I was thinking, and maybe then Zidane might want it at the end of the season, innit?
Well,
and then have that pre-season under his belt. But even then, like if I was Zidane, yeah, I would want it now. Because let's be honest, from until the end of the season, you're gonna have no expectations. No one's gonna expect you to win the league. No one's gonna expect you to win the Champions League.
But for Carrick, though, he's gonna get scrutinized every single game. You know, which is why is talking facts there. Why do Man United have to complicate everything?
It seems that we're the only club that tried this interim until the end of the season. Like, you know, it's November right now. No, but it's November right now, you know. Chelsea got Tuchel in what? January, February time? Straight away. Chelsea.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Poch stuff as well? Because Sky Sports have said he's our number one choice.
I look at the Poch stuff, right? I think for me, with Pochettino, I think it's a ship that sailed for me. When we got him, as when there was that moment before the Everton game where he should have been sacked, that was the right moment for me. When he begged for the job at Sky Sports and basically said, a club like Man United, that was a job where they had to do it. You get me? He wanted a job. He hyped it up. He made it. You know what I mean? He made everything. Man even grew his hair long and that, and kind of come up with this kind of savior look. You know what I mean? Like he was wanted to be that kind of person that wanted to come and save the football club. And you know, and I think for me, it was like, you know what, man, these guys are not serious, man. They're not serious. So I'm like, yeah, PSG came along, Tuchel got sacked. It was almost as if it was like right timing for Pochettino. Then we lost out on him. But I think the worst feeling for me from Ollie's tenure, and everyone will say it's the 5-0. I think it's losing the Europa League final and then rewarding Ollie with a 3-year contract. I think for me that was the worst of the whole lot, because it was like a kick in the teeth to say we are rewarding mediocrity and we do not know what we're doing.
And you know what the mad thing is here? The biggest thing I said at the time with the contract, if you're going to give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a new contract, I'm fine with that, yeah?
Yeah.
But you do know someone like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not going to be in demand by a lot of clubs. Even teams like Crystal Palace are not going to want it. The big clubs in Europe, Bayern Munich, are not going to want it. So why did you not just wait until the season to see how it went and then wait and offer him a new contract? That would have been the smart thing to do, because what you've done now, you gave Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a new contract and now you're going to pay higher compensation.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes no sense.
Exactly. But then again, it's like, yeah, there's the statement there. Abdullah Khalil says.
Yeah, see, Carrick will take charge.
I think that still means comes to a point of interim manager to the end of the season. I still believe that just kind of almost saying that they'll get a manager for this season, basically, which means that they want a manager permanently. They've just kind of worded it a bit wrong, I think. I think that maybe the correct term is to kind of they're giving a manager, because I think interim also could mean, you know, that the manager has until the end of the season maybe to prove, you know, that he can be.
I genuinely think they're going to look for like someone like Laurent Blanc just to come in until the end of the season, and then see what managers are available. For example, Pochettino might be fired by then, and then let's be honest, the board love Pochettino, and then they might try again. That's what scares me, though. Yeah, you see, like I think Coach Camp tweeted it. I hate that the board like the manager. I hate that. I don't know why. If the Glazers love Pochettino so much, I'm scared of that. Because I know, let's be honest, they know nothing about football, and they're looking at Pochettino, for example, not the cheap opponent, but they know he can work on a tight budget and do relatively well. And that scares me.
No, you know, I look at it and I think for me, I look at like certain situations that happen in football right now, and I think there's a lot of sentiment. And you know what, man? We've just got to learn our lessons now. But I look at it and I think, you know what's bad, man? It's the Oli Saka is crazy, yeah. But the fact that they've not even given the job to Kieran McKenna. Why haven't they given the job to Kieran McKenna instead of Michael Carrick? Ain't Kieran McKenna meant to be the kind of the what do you call it? The brains behind everything.
I feel like Carrick's a bit more respected, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Because Carrick's played for the club, for example, he's been in the changing room with people like Paul Pogba as a player and stuff, innit? And
but
apparently, according to reports, a lot of people hate Kieran McKenna.
So why is he still there then?
See, that's what confuses me. Why have you still got these people still at the club? But I'm just guessing because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the sacking was such a last minute thing. No one prepared for this at the club. You can clearly tell. That's why they're trying to get for an interim manager, because you haven't prepared for anything. Because normally, for example, you know when they get an interim manager in, it's normally there straight away. Like Barcelona had an interim manager for 2 games apparently. Then bang, Xavi's in straight away. We haven't prepared for anything. No. There was no plan after Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and the board clearly proven that again and shown how clueless they are.
Yeah, that's it. It literally is. I think the club's a mess, man. And do you know what it is? Yeah, I think maybe we've kind of celebrated too early because I think the pain might be still here, man. I really do. I think the pain is still going to be here, and I think a lot of people don't realize, but there's tough games for Carrick to do, man. You're looking at Ollie. I think there's Chelsea away is if we get beat 3 or 4-0 there, man. And then it's like Carrick has to come out and say, we'll go back into the trade room, we'll analyze the situation, and we'll take it from there. These boys are willing to work hard. Then they go into what do you call it? What's the game after that? Is it Arsenal, the social media derby?
We still got Villarreal on Tuesday.
Yeah, Villarreal. So yeah, Villarreal. Then you go into the social media derby of Arsenal, and if they win that game, I'm telling you now, man, you know what it's going to be like. Man United fans are going to be a meltdown on wherever social media is, because it is a social media derby. Arsenal United really dominate everything. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. And I'm like, is that the real Lewis there?
I think he is, because he's modded, isn't it? Like, ban Lewis if he's not modded, because I can't really tell.
Yeah, man.
But then this sounds like something Lewis will say.
But he's not going to happen. He wouldn't know.
It's not going to happen.
The thing is, though, Christensen has not been playing, though, has he, lately?
So I don't think he played yesterday.
So he didn't play yesterday, so...
No, but he probably will play tonight, didn't it?
Yeah, man. So I think there's going to be a song as well, by the way, that Michael Carrick song that'll be played around.
Oh, the Carrick's at the Wall thing. I've already heard it today.
No, it'll be what's that song called, man? Something about You Never Believe It's Paul Scholes, I think it is called. So I think that song will be played around. It's just how you kind of
look at this guy, shameless. It's me, bro.
Yeah, man. Lewis, man. Yesterday, man, did me dirty, man.
Oh, yeah, I saw the video. I saw that video.
Guy was just mocking me, man. Mocking me, bro. I know what he's trying to do, man. He's trying to tell me to get Brendan Rodgers, Potter, and that. And I was like, nah, man. Potter and them, man, they're there for a reason at this football club, innit? You feel me? They're there for a reason. Why do you fans always assume that because a manager is doing well at that club that it'll work for him at a different club? You get me? In terms of kind of Brendan Rodgers, kind of Potter, I look at it and I think, you know what? I don't think it would work for us. I don't think it would. And that's the problem with me. I don't think Brendan Rodgers, for me, when you look at the Eagles in the dressing room, I don't think he would deal with it. I don't think he would have he would play better football. There'll be better tactics there. But ultimately, I just look at it and I think, it's just a kind of a little bit of a step of Ollie, but is it a big enough step to get these guys at the top? I don't think it is, man, and that's the saddest thing, man. Because at the end of the day, this club needs to reach the top, and Man City are still getting better, man. I think they can win the title every year for the next 10 years if they wanted to, because they'll just get better and better. You know what I mean?
And they had the correct structure to help them compete at the top.
Exactly, and you know what, man? They've not won anything, Man City, in terms of their history, in terms of they still need to win multiple Champions Leagues. They want to win multiple league titles. They just want to keep winning. They've only tasted, 5 league titles? Or they've got more to go, man. A lot of people thinking Man City are just going to just chill out and just, take it easy. They want to win more. Chelsea want to win more. Chelsea have only won 4 Premier League titles.
And you know what it is? You see what
it is? Chelsea.
Lewis probably knows, he's in the chat here. But people like those Arab Qatari owners here, those people are so desperate to win. They're so competitive within themselves, isn't it? Like you can tell that
Yeah.
straight away. If things are not gonna go their way, they'll be brave enough to sack someone like Pep Guardiola, for example. They'll be brave enough to spend money in the summer and back the manager, kind of thing. We won't do that.
As much as Liverpool's structure isn't the strongest at the minute, they'll still keep going, man. Nobody is fading away apart from United. Nobody. Tottenham, I think they're still a long way away. I looked at them today. They need a lot of rebuilding to do. Yeah, probably 6 overall. Yeah, but they'll keep going. That's nothing for them when you look at what we've won. You know, we've won 20. But still, I think maybe it's our era. I don't know, man, but it's going to be tough for people to accept that we're not going to win trophies. I won't accept it, but it's going to be it's going to be tough for people to realize when the day is that United are not that team anymore where they win trophies.
Imagine this here. You know how Carrick can only stay in charge for maximum 6 weeks?
Yeah.
Imagine after that period here, someone like Brendan Rodgers becomes available because he could easily get sacked by it. And instead of the interim
I'm supporting
thing,
Leicester for the end of the season now.
No, but instead of
I'm looking at them.
So am I.
I'm hopefully I'm rooting for Leicester. Everyone in the comments. Ten Hag. I read this.
Read it.
Ten Hag, when asked about the United job again, let me put this in a way. I don't know anything. I haven't heard anything, so I don't have to worry about all. He said to ESPN. Again, very, very calculated words, man. You get me? He's not saying anything.
You know, United haven't really contacted any other manager straight away, have they? They're trying to get this interim manager sorted.
Yeah, they are. They're trying to get it sorted, you know what I mean? And they're trying to, I think for me, look at the way we're kind of going. And it's like, now, yeah, exactly. This guy goes, I'm going to support United now after Oli gets sacked. You know what it is, yeah, bro? I just look at it and I think, you know what, man? We need to get the right appointment because if we don't, we could have that moment where have a few wins, top 4, and then we fall back on the last hurdle. We might win an FA Cup, but the real trophies in terms of Champions League and Premier League, you have to have a manager who can be sustainable for the whole season, can have a sustainable tactical plan for the whole season. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wasn't the answer. I don't think we backed in Mourinho enough for him. Van Gaal was too methodical. He tried to train things a lot. Obviously, he didn't get the silence. Again, he didn't want to. But I look at United right now. Exactly. Arsenal, 17 years without a trophy. Premier League. 17 years. These guys were the big dogs, man.
Facts.
Where are we? Where are we, man? Poch was the right appointment. Let's start the train. I don't know,
there's
Prince,
370 people watching here. Make sure you guys like the video. Let's try to get to like 300 likes or something. So, you see where the Poch is the right appointment. Yeah. You know what I think about that? I think if you told me Poch before Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I would have said perfect. Because Pochettino is probably one of the best managers in the world that you want for a rebuild, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I feel like we're not at that stage of another rebuild right now.
We're not.
Say we get someone like Zidane in, we can convince people like Paul Pogba to stay, Martial, Telles to stay. And then we have a very, very good squad right now to compete within the next year.
Yep.
Which is why I keep saying Pochettino is the wrong appointment right now. I'm not saying Pochettino is a bad manager, but he's the wrong appointment for me right now.
Would you disapprove of it if it came to the point where we're getting Pochettino though?
I think under a new, if it's a new manager, I'm going to back him no matter what. I backed Oli at the start, innit? I'm not going to be angry that I'm going to be
of course,
upset, but I'm still going to back him kind of thing, innit? I think it's only right for me to back Pochettino if he comes and then hope he proves me wrong, which if he comes, I would want to happen. Same thing with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. As much as we hated Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the end, I've always said, I want Ole to turn it around. I want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to win the league. But I just knew
we want everything. We wanted everything. I wanted to be kind of proven, but we were never. And I kind of knew it really. To be honest with you, I just was almost saying to people, right, then come at me and see if you can see if Ole can win this Europa League, and he probably then does deserve a contract because then he's won a trophy. He's silencing the crowd. He didn't win it. They gave him a contract, a 3-year contract. You know what I mean? And then after that, for me, this season. You know when this season, yeah, we I don't know if we talked about it in the Red Talk game, but it was always going to be that season where it will either show two things: one, that we haven't got the squad that's ready, or we've got a manager who cannot handle the pressure right now. I guess what's happened? We haven't got the manager that can handle the pressure and can handle what we have right now in terms of this club. We don't, and that's the problem for me. Pochettino, when I look at him, I think he would get us to a level where I think we still could challenge under Pochettino, though. I think he could get a run going.
But the Pochettino thing, yeah, could he challenge? Potentially. But do you expect Pochettino to come in and be like, yeah, he's going to be the guy that can win us a league title or a Champions League? I think if
we have to challenge first, don't we? We have to challenge.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. That with
Oli, though.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but in my eyes, we have a team good enough to win a title, let alone challenge.
Yeah, listen, no doubt we have to win.
Challenging should be bare minimum with the players we have. Bare minimum.
But the thing is, though, I will say this season that everyone will say this season that United should be challenging for the league this season. I wasn't saying win it. If I said win it for Oli, it just don't make sense because he's not good enough to win it. But I said United should challenge this season. And I look at Pochettino, first of all, he has to challenge. A manager has to challenge. We've not challenged. When was the last time we properly challenged for this league title? Properly.
We haven't. Well, under Jose, we were 19 points off. Under Solskjaer, we were top for a little bit around the January period. And then look how we fell off towards the end of the season.
Yeah. When was the last time we challenged for the league title? The thing is, though, I heard
2013.
that I hope 2013. There you go. I heard that Mahfouz in terms of he's gonna. But the problem is, though, you have to challenge first. We're not just gonna go in there with Guardiola, Klopp, and Tuchel. He has to challenge first. When you look at Chelsea, the last time they've really challenged was under Conte the first season. The second season they fade away, right? You have to go in there, but then again, you have to have a right manager. Pochettino could be the answer, but is he my first choice right now? No, I would say for me it would be Zidane to work, and I know that he could get something out of these lot. I really, really do. I would know that he would right midfield as well. I think for midfield is a key one for me. We need to sort this midfield out, man.
Someone says that, man. What exactly is it that Ten Hag does that makes people so confident who succeed at United? I done a video with 2 Ajax fans the other day, innit? On how, I think the video is called Ten Hag Tactics Explained and stuff, innit? And those 2 Ajax fans basically explain Ten Hag football. So if you guys want to watch that after this video, make sure you guys watch it because people in the comments know those 2 Ajax fans know ball.
Yeah, you might have to get them on again, by the way, because now obviously the Ten Hag rumors are hotting up. They'll be worried that they'll be losing their manager. You know what I mean? Let's be real. You know what I mean? Let's see. But for me, the problem is a lot of people are doubting, man, our kind of intelligence in it. They're all saying, "Oh, why do you want this player? Why do you want this? Is he really good, Ten Hag? This and that." But Ten Hag to Man United's team makes us scary because he's got the coaching abilities. We've got the team. Zidane's got both. You know what I mean?
And we know with Zidane, he has that. For example, we failed with Ten Hag. Can he coach these big egos at the bigger sides? At a big personality, so many different top players. With Zidane, he's been at Real Madrid. There's no club with more pressure to manage than Real Madrid. And he's done an unbelievable job there. And even if you chat to Real fans, look at this. The managers before Zidane failed, the managers after Zidane haven't done as well. They got Carlo Ancelotti right now. Carlo Ancelotti has one of the best, most decorated CVs in world football. And they still want Zidane back.
There you go.
Reggie Fools don't have to. I big up Reggie Fools for the super chat. Don't have to challenge first. The last 2 times Chelsea won the season before, we didn't challenge at all. I agree. Funny enough, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said in his interview today?
What?
He said the last 2 times when he left at Moda, the year after Moda won the league, innit?
Yeah.
So he was kind of talking about building the foundations for the next manager. So you never know.
But isn't that Isn't that easy to say because it's Mulder?
Yeah, it probably is.
You know what I mean? Let's be real. Mulder are the only team that maybe wants to win the league there, though. You know what I mean? It's difficult to kind of like base that kind of judgment when you've got Guardiola, Tuchel, Klopp. You know what I mean? They all have to have a bad season. You know, this is very, very difficult, man. We should have, you know, when Lampard were getting in their rot, man, and they had Lampard, right? So Chelsea, when they had Lampard, that was a time when to change it. You know, when you're looking at the fact that, you know, Guardiola and you're looking at Jurgen Klopp, you know, obviously they're unbelievable, innit? But there was always a way where United could have done this better. Like, we could have been in there quicker. Do you get it? Like, we should not have let it get to the stage where now you've got Conte there now, which pisses me off. You know what I mean? Conte, next season, if he gets his budget, they might be able to do something. Then you've got, you know, Guardiola, Klopp, Tuchel, 3 other good managers. So I'm just looking at it thinking, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot to do here, you know. Even with a good manager, there's a lot to do, man. But the Glazers have got to this point, though.
Exactly. When people say that, when you're saying there's a lot to do, this is why I keep saying this next appointment has to be the best possible appointment, which is why I don't want a Pochettino or Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah,
we have to have the best of the best to compete with the best of the best. Because Pep and Klopp are 2 of the best managers the Premier League's ever seen, you could argue. Especially Pep Guardiola.
Yep. We should have really won something when Mourinho came, to be honest with you. Mourinho was the one where he should have got a title in that era, man. I'm surprised he didn't, to be honest. Man United should have backed him, man, in that first season, because it was the first season for Guardiola as well.
Yeah.
Klopp wasn't really producing at that time. You know, obviously Pochettino, they were doing bits. Obviously Leicester won the league just before he came anyway with Van Gaal's season. We should have laid the foundations at that time. So Man United, you know what I mean, they didn't really help themselves, man. And that's a problem, man. We didn't really help what we were going to do. But Mourinho should have won it against Guardiola or against the team that at that time. You know what I mean? We've let them teams kind of go across us, which is crazy, man. It's just mad, bro. Who won the league in 2016-17? Who won it?
Was that not Chelsea, Conte's first season?
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go, Chelsea as well. Conte brought in Conte. He won them the league. Again, we didn't act, man.
Like someone said, did Oli take his farewell video today, or was it pre-recorded? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer didn't know he was going to get sacked until last night.
Yeah,
we weren't preparing for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to get sacked, didn't it? Which is why I know that video was definitely taken today, because he was in Carrington today. He was saying all the good.
Yeah, he was in Carrington. Yeah. So it would have been filmed today. Quickly edited, did it?
Yeah. And I can't lie. You know one thing was kind of bad. You know when Ole was like that in the interview when he's crying and stuff. Because
he loves the football club, though. That's natural. He loves the club.
But when he said that, they probably should have taken it out.
Well,
of the interview, I think that was a bit too much to include, didn't it?
But then, do they take it out of emotional kind of video campaigns? They don't really take it out, do they? Though. You know what I mean? They put it in there because it's an emotive effect, isn't it? It's emotive language.
This is another thing. He definitely didn't step down. It's similar to, for example, remember Arsene Wenger?
Arsene Wenger, yeah, same
as Arsene Wenger. Yeah, Arsene Wenger 100% got sacked by Arsenal, innit? But they have to keep it. They have to keep it respectful because of what Wenger had done. It's similar to Ole. People, they tried to keep it as respectful as possible because Ole's a club legend, according to a lot of people, which is why they keep saying he's stepped down.
That's what I'm trying to say. And that's why I'm like, I get where you're coming from, you know what I mean? But for me, yeah, like I said to you, man, I'm not here to kind of say more on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer anymore. I think for me, I'm tired of the situation now. Why are we talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Let's finish the conversation. We should be looking forward. Why is everyone depressed, man? We should be looking forward now.
You know what it is? I feel like people are kind of scared about this.
I know, I understand that.
I think if United fans were told that we're going to have Michael Carrick in charge for the next 2 games, and then we're going to get the full-time manager, I think a lot more people are going to be a lot more positive.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Like, if you told me in the 2 weeks' time we got a chance of getting our full-time manager, and that could be Zidane because Zidane's available, I would be gassed.
I'm not depressed anymore, man. I'm not. I was. If you watch me on the watch along on Don Robbie yesterday, I was depressed because they were all like poking fun at me. But you know what I mean? It is what it is, isn't it?
Including
It comes with the
Lewis is
territory.
here. Well, he
Yeah,
might
it's
be gone
including
by now.
Lewis as well. Yeah, it comes with the territory that you get me.
Mm.
You're a big, you know what I mean? You're a big whatever. You know what I mean? You rep United, and I have to hold the brunt of it. But right now, I'm almost like, I'm just kind of just hope. What do they say? Hope for the best. Expect the worst. Hope for the best.
Mm.
That's what I'm saying. Expect the worst. Hope for the best. Not this week, you know, man. Just it's been busy, man. Busy. I'm just trying to find time to upload things. It's been busy, man. So hopefully we'll get 2 upload. Hopefully we'll do a double upload next week. But it's been busy, man. You know, I mean, even looking at this week, man. I haven't got no time to even games after game, man. Now, you know that it's game after game now.
Well, we're playing on Tuesday, then we're playing on the weekend, then we got
Sunday.
Arsenal on a Thursday.
Yeah, and then Saturday. Is it not Saturday? Thursday, Saturday.
It probably is. What is it now? Christmas period's basically started.
Crystal Palace, is that on a Saturday? Let me check.
Hey, but there's 415 people watching right now. Yeah, make
Come
sure
on, like the
you
video.
guys like the video. We should have
Let me check
minimum
now.
300 likes before we end off.
Sunday. Is it Sunday?
What?
Fuck. Is the game on Sunday?
Mm.
Oh, that means I can make it then, isn't it? Oh, shit. Is it Sunday? Yeah. Swear down. No. That's all right. Yeah, I can make
What do
it.
you
then.
what do you think of Luis Enrique?
Luis Enrique won't come now.
Yeah, I don't think he'll come because of the World Cup in it. But would you take Luis Enrique?
Yeah, I would. I would take Luis Enrique.
Mm.
Yeah, say no more then. Man's there in it then. Basically, I'm going London on a Saturday.
Mm.
I'm going to watch the fight in it, but then I've realized it's now on a Sunday. I'm gonna literally leave like London, like 6 in the morning, or whatever. Try and make it down.
Swear.
Yeah,
Come on. You'll
Say
be
no
watching
more,
Michael
man, I'm
Carrick
there.
on the sideline, yeah?
Nah, man. Hopefully
Well,
Zidane, man, because imagine Zidane comes in.
Carrick,
Nah.
Come on.
Nah, I'm getting gassed now, man. I thought I was gonna, you know what it was, yeah? I thought I was gonna miss the first game. Imagine Zidane comes in, I'm there in London and that. Are you mad, mate? Man wants to see Zidane come in, G. Are you mad?
Listen,
Are
we'll
you
see what
mad,
happens
lad?
with the Zidane situation because I can't lie. I hope it happens. Zidane's like someone else
Yeah.
before. Who's my number one choice? Is Zidane. My second choice is probably Ten Hag. I'm gonna take a third choice will probably be Luis Enrique, even though I doubt that happens before the World Cup. And then it's kind of a sticky situation after that. I don't know who else is available.
Yeah.
Because you know what was interesting with the Luis Enrique thing? Apparently there's a report in the morning that Ronaldo wants him, innit?
Yeah. True.
And I feel like, come on, man, you kind of do have to trust Ronaldo. If Ronaldo wants a certain manager, just bring it to him, kind of thing. And if it's Luis Enrique, with the job that he's done at Spain right now, has been incredible. Yeah, I know that Savante guy's been saying Zidane is coming for weeks, which is why
He's a very, very unreliable source, mate.
I know. But listen,
Savante.
Saeed, we're desperate in it. Savante have right now.
You know that Crystal Palace game. I don't know about you, man. I'm worried for Crystal Palace. Me, you know, they're a very good team. You know, very good team. You know, man.
Decent. What was the score yesterday? 3-3.
3-3. Yeah, against Brentford, isn't it?
I swear it's Burnley.
Was it Burnley? Yeah, Burnley. Yeah, sorry. Brentford was Newcastle game. Yeah, 3-3 as well. Yeah, man. Yo, listen, I'm worried about them. That's why I'm worried about this interim role, man. Because, you know, players could just be still not bothered as well, you know. They're looking at thinking, right, you man sacked. Ollie in it, then get us a proper manager in it.
Because I was chatting to Ty in it. And he kind of said something was like Rafa Varane might rush himself back. And I'm like, right now the players have nothing to prove. The players have nothing to prove to Michael Carrick because they know Michael Carrick isn't going to be here.
Yeah.
So we kind of just have to see. Like someone said, Martial's girl is hilarious. Snapchat's hilarious.
Man.
It's too funny.
Martial's, yeah, she's like saying good morning, new day. You get me? If I'm feeling like that, yeah. If she's feeling like that, and her husband plays for
United,
United. Imagine what do we feel like? You know what I mean? Like,
Remember when that a couple of days ago we were saying the amount of players that could leave if Oli stays, like the likes of Pogba, Martial, Telles, Donny. It's kind of the opposite now. If we bring in Zidane, Pogba stays. Telles stays. Donny stays. Because even though they might not be guaranteed starters yet, they know they're going to be given a chance.
Yeah, true. That's true that, But at the same time, man, I'm just worried for this football club, man, and where it's going, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think tomorrow there'll be anything like rumors, anything going around. There might be some sort of sources and that, but tonight it's gonna be the same old, man. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like updates of they're chasing this, but how long do you reckon it will take? Because I asked Tom as well this question here. How long will it take to kind of like prepare something for Zidane? Like prepare like
like an
for
offer.
Zidane. Sorry?
Well, like a little offer for Zidane to accept.
Yeah. How long do you reckon, people in the chat as well? How long do you reckon it will take for Zidane to kind of accept this kind of thing?
You know what I think will happen?
It took Xavi a long time as well, Xavi, it took a few days, to understand,
I don't think we're going to get any updates on who our full-time manager will be at the end of the season until around January, February time.
What?
I feel like right now they're just trying to work to get the interim manager.
That, man, are you taking a piss?
No, because that's why they got the interim manager in, though.
Wow.
Because they got the interim manager now until the end of the season.
This is mad,
To give them that breathing room to find the perfect replacement.
Drink your water, people, man. I can't believe that. Are you taking a piss?
No, it's true, though. Because we're not getting Zidane right now if we're getting an interim manager.
Listen, it has to be a week max, mate. 2 weeks max.
Nah. You're saying
I'm giving Carrick until at least the Crystal Palace game.
No, but listen. This is what people don't get. Fine, you're giving Carrick until the Crystal Palace game, yeah? We're going to get an interim manager in. The club have said that. It's not going to be a full-time manager coming in. We're not going to get someone like Zidane now. If Zidane's ever going to come in, it's going to be at the end of the season. No, it's that, man. What they mean is Carrick's going to be here until they fix the permanent manager. No. Carrick's only going to be here for maximum of 6 weeks because that's what his coaching badges allow him currently, from what I've read. And then after, they're going to get an interim manager until the end of the season. So that's why you've seen reports of, for example, Laurent Blanc as an interim manager.
Yeah, true.
Someone said sacking Oli might have been a mistake. Sacking Oli is not a mistake. It had to be done, and it should have been done earlier.
No. Who said that?
Here.
Let's check the Avi there, man. What's the Avi there? Is that PSG Avi? Mbappe?
I think it might be.
Man. Listen, man. No, there's no trolling anymore, mate, around here, mate. We're very clued on now. What's going on around here? You know what I mean? But for me, the season's over then.
Season's finished. Yeah, we're not getting Zidane until minimum the end of the season. They might confirm it around the January.
So then the season's done, then, innit? The season's done. The season's done
because you never know. For example, Laurent Blanc could still come in, and he still has a chance.
I'd rather just let Michael Carrick just do his thing. Forget Laurent Blanc.
No, because Laurent Blanc would then go at the end of the season. Then.
No. There's no point. What's the point bringing an interim like Laurent Blanc? Just let Carrick.
No. It's because Michael Carrick can't be in charge for that long because he don't have the badges.
No, but if they give him a short-term contract, though.
No, he don't have the badges to manage at the top level.
What's Mike Phelan got badges though?
He probably does because he was manager of Hull.
There you go then. So then,
but then they would have said today Mike Phelan is the new interim manager, but they didn't.
Nah, mate. Maybe there's a clause in the coaching contract that we don't know about.
Potentially.
I think
from what I've read, it's maximum 6 weeks.
I understand what you're coaching. This is on it. I understand what you mean, but there must be some kind of clause that if you're an actual manager, then I think for me, then Carrick stays to the end of the season. So, listen, I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. I really, if they do that, then we're finished, mate. I don't want Blanc, man. What's the point with Blanc? Just keep Carrick. I mean, just keep Carrick to the end of the season.
No, but this is what you're missing. We can't keep Carrick.
No, but I'm saying if it's possible,
the rules don't allow us to keep Carrick.
No, but I understand that. That's what you've read, innit? But then if it's the case that they keep Carrick until the end of the season and the coaching badges allow it, then I don't know, man. But for me, I just don't understand with bringing Laurent Blanc in at all, mate, because I don't want Laurent Blanc. I don't really want him. Yeah. So
I think the perfect interim manager for every single person right now will be Ralph Ragnick. I think everyone kind of knows that. Ralph Ragnick until the end of the season, and then him getting a director of football role will be perfect. But you can clearly tell the club don't really want to do and mess with someone like Ralph Ragnick because he will kind of take full control.
Yeah. If we can't keep, someone asked today if we can't keep Carrick, then I don't know what we do. Why is people asking me what we do? I don't know what we do.
But what
like
would you do then?
I would, for me, go and get all costs get Zidane.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, at all costs, mate, go and get Zidane. But interim, I don't know, mate, because when you go into this interim business, it gets sticky, man. It really, really gets sticky going into all this interim business because then it's a case of who's the cheapest, who will not hassle us the most, you know?
Saeed, they want us to play the Harry Maguire video as well.
Play it, man. I'm not bothered, man.
Come, let's get
That was
Harry.
the Ollie era. We'll leave it for the Ollie era anyway.
Let's get the Harry Maguire video up to end the video before we head over to Red Talk and stuff, innit? Because Saeed, we need explanations of this.
Listen, there's no explanation, man. I told him, man, lockdown fever, man.
My guy said lockdown fever. Nah. We need explanations. Why did you say the system defender thing?
It is what it is, isn't it?
Come on.
Special mentions to him. I thought Harry Maguire, Harry Beckenbauer, you get the Tony, better than Van Dijk and better than Laporte. I'm saying it right now. I don't care. I don't care what you guys say. Yeah, he's better than Laporte. He's better than Laporte and Van Dijk. In a better system, you will see he's better than Laporte and Van Dijk.
So you're saying that Harry Maguire is no matter what's going on, is better.
He's
than
better defender.
He's better than Van Dijk.
He's a better defender than Van Dijk and Laporte. Van Dijk and Laporte are system defenders. And I'll tell you on the Sunday show, yeah, if Mark allows me, yeah, there'll be a time when I'll tell you what a system defender is and what a kind of a all-rounder defender is. And Harry Maguire is an all-rounder defender. The system defenders are players that get almost like, you have Fernandinho in that space. You know what I mean? They press in that area. You know what I mean? They can move wide into zones. Right now, when we see Koulibaly and Harry Maguire, mate, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be problems, mate. It's going to be problems.
Harry Maguire's better than Virgil van Dijk.
I said it in my tweets. The records are there. It's better than Van Dijk and it's better than Laporte because they are system defenders.
Oh, Saeed, what a guy.
Absolutely exposed, yeah.
It is what it is. Lockdown fever, man.
What I'm trying to say to you, he's never ever in a 1v1 situation. He's never in a situation where, you know what I mean, he's almost pressed upon because he's in a system where Pep Guardiola never allows that to happen. But I'll come up to my reasoning and I'll say,
Saeed, what your thoughts?
Listen, it is what it is. Lockdown fever, man. Lockdown fever.
That's probably one of the best moments you've had, you know.
Yeah, man. Listen, lockdown was a madness, man. I tell you what, man. The amount of stuff that's happening in lockdown, man. We weren't allowed to go outside. My head was cooked. With no haircut, no barber shop. You know what I mean? I was just stuck in my
do you admit you're wrong?
Of course. I said it already. I denounced Harry Beckenbauer's name. I was off my head, man. Listen, we're locked in, man. It is what it is.
Oh my god, that's probably one of the best clips ever.
Listen, it is what it is.
For all the people who's that guy that always says, he always comes at you every single video about the Harry Maguire
Reggie Fox.
Yeah, Reggie Fox, that was for you, my guy.
That's for you, man.
That was for you. We found that video, we played it, so you got Saeed's reaction. He says sorry. We move on from it now. We move on from it.
Exactly, man.
But is there anything else you want to say before we wrap this?
Nah, I'm just gonna I'll try getting the Red Talk. I'm just gonna go film the podcast with Nuruddin. So I'm going over to Nuruddin's now. So he's gonna go mad. It might be a heated podcast. So I'm gonna put that out for 12 o'clock. Yeah, that'll be the next one. Next one, man. That's next time. But
if you can find that clip as well, send it to me.
Yeah. If you but yeah, I'm gonna put that out for 12 o'clock tomorrow. But yeah, Red Talk, I'm gonna try and jump in. I'm gonna go film the podcast at Nuruddin's house and then I'll jump in from there. So big up to everybody. I'll see you over there, innit? Big up, man.
Make sure you guys like the video before you guys leave and join Red Talk because I'm gonna be heading over to Red Talk as well. But big up everyone for watching. Like the video and comment your thoughts to help the algorithms and that. But it's been a good day that Ollie's gone.